Is AI taking over the world? So I want to say like 2 days ago, right? I was looking to this Apple Intelligence because my phone, because I'm thinking my phone's like 18.1, right? And I was looking to this Apple Intelligence, and I really was scratching my head. It's like, is AI really going to take over the world one day, and robots is going to colonize us? That's a whole other. That's an interesting topic I want to talk about today. It's not even a debate. The concept of AI has changed drastically over the years, and how we view computers and the world around us. I almost feel like we're living in times where like we as humans work so hard only to realize is that we overdid it ourselves and completely screw with everything else. It's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it from that narrative. We're like, okay, we're working extra hard here, extra hard, and yet you have companies who are like, you know, I could hire more people, and I could, and that could make me more money, or I could just hire somebody who can create robots and I can screw them over. you know, I was, I always say to myself because as someone who is taking up electrical mechanical engineering, there's one thing I can always say is that you got to give them a reason to keep you around as much as you possibly can. Because companies will find a reason. Companies, and it's just like in life. It's just like in life, right? Not I don't see it as life. It's just like how some people perceive from you. If they have no use, if they see that you have no use and you're just there filling up space, they have no problem removing you at any time or notice. Security is an interesting story. They can't really just simply remove people because it's not really on the market. Although yes, you can make some good money if you do independent contract work rather than doing sub. But when it comes down to sub, the company needs people because without it, they're doomed. Like they're literally doomed. Everything literally falls apart. Like it literally shambles, and and I've seen that happen before. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Thankfully as well. Some people just don't get it. They just don't get it. They just don't. If AI is happening to take over the world, or if they start to take over your jobs, I mean, you should start preparations ahead of time and give your job a reason to still keep you around as long as you possibly can. Use the opportunity to be able to say, hey, I'm going to do X, Y, or Z. I'm going to do this, and then my job's going to need me because they don't have much of a choice. I mean, yeah, we still need humans to do human works before we ever get to that serious point. But for the time being, that's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about the situation. That's how I feel about things. When it comes down to Apple Intelligence itself, I tried it out, and I gotta say, for something that for an application that honestly used another source of application to maintain as well, it's interesting. Siri feels more alive. She's not robotic in a way that saying that's well, like prior to prior to like 18.0, no matter what generation of iPhone, Siri always felt too bland. Her knowledge was very limited, and she had to rely on sources rather than authentically use what she has in her arsenal. I felt like they definitely had pushed this narrative towards her. And I feel like a lot of people never gave those 16 a chance. But hey, that's just me. But hey, I'm not an Apple fanboy or anything like that. But I just want to speak with my mind on the matter on Siri. I was just messing around with her, and I gotta say, she feels more she feels more alive, and you could practically ask her anything, and she would respond instantly. Obviously, there's some things like she can't respond, like NSFW content and stuff, but everything else seems to be fine. Even like your full galleries and stuff. Now, the entire like eraser, I have tried out the eraser application to see if that works out because I'm the kind of guy that takes a lot of pictures. I mean, it works, but it's not like Samsung Galaxy level type situation. But we're working. But it's something. It's something. It's something. I know a lot of people would definitely want that, in my opinion. But I could really say, to me, in my opinion, unless unless you're working at a job that AI doesn't really affect you, then I don't think it's not going to really bother that much. But if it is though, let me know how you feel because I could definitely see this as well. Many years ago, this concept would never existed. Most likely just in form of computers and NPCs and stuff. But it's become more real, more alive, and you can see it in everyday life. I feel like more people. I feel like we're constantly. I feel like we're constantly giving everyone this unnecessary expectation without actually enjoying the life that we currently have. People are either too stressed or they're overthinking it. And the thing about every generation is that every generation is gonna have their own struggles, and with every struggles, it has its own story. My and right now, it's great that I'm suffering, and it's great I'm going through all this because I realize is that I'm no different from my father. I have my own story that I am processing and going through, and I actually get to express it. I get to talk about it, and that's the beauty of it. So one day, if I ever have kids of my own, which I know I definitely will, I will tell them the times of my father and even me. And I hope that all of us are in the same boat together, you know? Like we're all in this together. No, sorry. I thought it was like, no, okay. But that's the beauty. That's the beauty of that as well. My conclusion overall with AI taking over the world, shit, that's a possibility. I mean, did Tesla did Tesla release like their robots or something like that? Shit, I can only imagine. I can see myself in a distant future where I got androids finding I got two teenage androids finding a 20-year-old dude missing an arm, handicapped in the middle of the city somewhere. Oh shoot, that would be real. That's gonna get real dark real quick. I wonder. I wonder if that was a reference or something like that. I feel like I. I feel like I. I feel like I've recognized that from somewhere. But either way, I'm gonna cut it here. You already know how it is. The grind don't stop until it stops. Ooh, almost hit my head there. One. See ya.